Hello guys, this is Pavel Skorb from YouTube channel Laravel Business and Laravel Daily Blog, wherever you follow me online. I'm back with YouTube videos, was silent for a couple of weeks, but I'm back with full speed. And today the topic is the demo project, which I will create live coding in Laravel, and with help of our QuickAdminPanel admin panel generator. So the story goes, I find some random job on Upwork. It's not actually random, I've chosen it because it's pretty simple for a demo purpose, and instead of pitching the client, which has like really low rate and I don't want to do this, I decided to make a demo of it. Not the full project, but most of it. So it is a school calendar management software. Not sure if you have read this, but I'll summarize it in a few words. So teachers create their calendars when they are available for appointment for meeting with parents, and parents can book those time slots. I'm not sure why that client didn't want to use something like Google Calendar or any other software out of the box. But let's try to create that in Laravel. This description of the job will transform into a few steps. So what we need here is user management system first. So users will be administrator of the system, teacher, and parents. So three things. Then there will be calendars. Calendar consists of two things. There are time slots on one hand from teachers, and there are appointments from parents on another hand. And then what I've written in my notes, and the final things will be email confirmations. So whenever the appointment is booked, then a teacher receives an email and confirms that that time slot is actually booked. So let's go and try to create that with Laravel, and for that I will use the tool from my team to create admin panels is QuickAdminPanel, because this project is actually an admin panel if you think about it. It's a closed community project with logins and passwords for people to interact there. So let's create our new admin panel, like school calendar. Let's call it. We've recently launched Laravel 5.5 support, and let's create. So what is happening behind the scenes is the system is actually creating the files, creating the Laravel project, Laravel skeleton, and we will fill it in with CRUDs or menu items and some modules. So we have our admin panel, which for now has only user management. Okay, what modules we need here? To be fair, not that many. I think from what I remember we need, actually let's not start from here, let's start from user management, because we need more fields for the users. By default our system creates the default Laravel name, email, password, but we need a little more. So if we go back to job description, there is a first name, last name, school name, location, and telephone. Speaking about school name, we need schools. So first thing we do is create a menu, CRUD menu item called schools. So schools, right, we don't need to change anything else. Add fields, school name, required, not knowable, and available for administrator only. Save CRUDs. And it will create a new menu item called schools. We can actually create like first school online. And I haven't opened PHP Storm yet. I haven't written any line of code. So second school. Okay, now let's change our user CRUD and add more fields here. So for now we have this, and we need some more. So with name we will have surname, which will be, actually let's make it optional. Okay, then what else? School name, so relationship to school ID belongs to relationship, school underscore ID will be automatically included, so validation is optional, relationship model is schools. Yeah, that's it. Then we need location. Let's skip the location because location will be in school, although screw it, let's do it location just as a text field, optional. Then phone, email, and picture. Email is already there. For phone we use text field as well, and for picture we will use photo field. Let's call it a photo, optional. Yeah, that's it. And let's save the CRUD, and then we'll have all the fields for teachers. Parents will use the same users table but with less fields, I guess. Right, so if we go to user management, we can actually create user with more fields, as you can see. Now, we need to change the roles here. By default, we have administrator and simple user. We need to change simple user to teacher. And let's give teacher some permissions to whatever, at least one we need to choose. For now, we will change that. And then let's edit this one as well. And add another role called parent. Again, with any permission for now. Right, okay, so we need 3 roles here. What else have I written here? Okay, basically user management is done for now. The next step is to allow our users to register. For that, we have a module. And by the way, I've changed some functionality here. In job description, in original, they have once they create their profile for teachers, which I think is not logical. The teachers should be created and given the passwords by administrator, and parents should register. So we will allow registrations for parents only. And we have a module called registration. We just install it, and the default will be parent, and we don't need admin approval. So we submit that, and it will actually create a registration form after download. So what I'm doing here now at QuickAdminPanel.com, I'm generating the core code, then I will download the project, and then I will continue in Laravel in PHP Storm. Right, so we have registration. What else do we need here? I guess we can go to appointments and calendar structure. So as I said, we have 2 things here. We have time slots and we have appointments. So for both things, we need a CRUD menu. So create CRUD menu item, and let's have it time slots. Later we will hide it from menu. It won't be actually a menu item. It will be just a database structure with models and controllers, but it won't be. We will present it as a calendar for teacher. So time slots. Every time slot has what teacher belongs to relationship teacher, and the model is users. Right. And it's required. Right. Then we have date and time picker. So start time required, not nullable, and I guess end time also required. Okay. Okay, and we won't allow parents to update that. And let's create a CRUD. And actually, this is about time to edit the permissions for teachers and parents. For teachers, actually, we'll do that later. Okay, so we have a menu called time slots, and then another menu we should have appointments. So that will be for parents. Appointments. All right, that's a neat function. From QuickAdminPanel. I've created appointments earlier in other panel. Let's see whether I want to import. Actually, no. import the fields. I will create them from scratch. So belongs to relationship with parent, which is required. So created by parent. And again, actually, what I'm doing here now is what field to show in the table. So I guess instead of just name, we will show name and surname. Right, so same here, I guess start time and end time. Start time required, finish and close, and end time is also required. Okay, and we will actually allow all of them to edit, because there will be a situation maybe when teacher can move the appointment to another place. Right. Okay, what else? Now let's go back to the roles and take away the permission for user management access, because now those users have other permissions. Okay. Right, now we have time slots and appointments, how to make the calendars of them. For that, we have a special module called System Calendar, which is actually available in free plan. By the way, currently I'm using the agency plan, like the most expensive of our plans, but some of those functions are available in free trial or developer plan. So I install System Calendar, and the module is installed. And the module means that I have calendar sources here, which I can add to the calendar. So create new calendar source, and I will have time slots with date field start time. Thinking here. Actually, yeah, let's save it as it is. So it will have time slots with start time. So now if we create a time slot for one of our teachers, actually first let's create a teacher. So name is teacher first, email is teacher, password will be password, role is a teacher, surname we will change it after download, so teacher should be teacher first, school first, school, location, let's skip all the others for now. So we've created a teacher, now we can assign a time slot to him. So teacher, start time is, for example, tomorrow at 9 and end time 4 p.m. Save that, and if we go to calendar, we should see that time slot here. So that's how the module works. We already have the calendar for appointments, and later we will copy that. No, that's for time slots. We'll copy that into appointments. And I guess that's it, what we can generate without actually coding. Let's go through menus here, and through modules. Maybe we will need some other modules as well. Thinking about it, notifications, no. Multi-tenancy, no. Change notifications. Yeah, I guess we're good. I don't see what modules we need here for now. So let's download our admin panel, install it locally, and continue with our code with Laravel. Okay, so here I have our downloaded admin panel. I unarchive it, and let's install it with just simple composer install. I've prepared, by the way, the q1.dev subdomain in Homestead and .env file with database instructions. So all we need for now is composer install. Okay, finished with our composer install. A few warnings here because of some QuickAdminPanel things. I won't get deep into that, it's not relevant now. Now we need to run artisan migrate with seeds. Because everything we've done online, it's actually in the seeds. It's actually saved in the seeds with all the fields and everything. And now let's refresh our table. Our database I've prepared, so we have the same users, teachers, schools, and all of that. And now we can log in our admin panel. I've prepared, as I said, subdomain q1.dev, and we should be able to log in as an admin with admin.com and password. Yes, we have all of that. Now let's continue in our PHP storm. Okay, now let's take care of the registrations from parents. So if we go to our main page, we have a link called registration, and let's try to register as a parent. For now, let's skip all the other fields. We will add them later. I'm not sure if I'll do that in this video actually. We'll see. Okay, so we've registered. That's a default Laravel registration. And what do we have here as parents? We have appointments. So the list of our appointments potential and the calendar. The calendar which views all the available time slots, which is good. So exactly what we need here. So we need calendar for teachers' time slots, and we need just to change. We need to show the teachers' names here and time a little better. So we go to our /calendar. So /calendar represents, let's put our routes file, represents system calendar controller index. I have that opened, and it's pretty complex, but it's just for covering all the possibilities. That's generated by QuickAdminPanel. So we have start time and we have title. Title here is start time basically, and suffix. So we need the suffix here. Basically, let's change that one to time slot start time. Time slot actually teacher. We add here time slot with teacher get, and let's change that to actually use the time slot here. So time slot with teacher as time slot, and we have time slot teacher name, time slot teacher surname, and time slot start time and end time. Actually, start time, from what I remember, it's carbon create, or no, it's new carbon here, and same with end time. Start time and end time. End time, and we add start time hour, actually format, I think it's this, let's put it here, till end time, also format. I think we're good here for now. We don't need this, we don't need this anymore, and this. Right. And let's see how the calendar looks now. Hope there won't be any errors. Right, yeah, that's great. So teacher first, available here, and we forgot the ending here. Right, so now I have the list of time slots, which teacher and when is the time slot. And the link here, in my opinion, should lead to creating the appointment for that calendar time slot. So let's change that. We don't need route to edit the time slot. We need appointments, actually. Appointments create. And we don't need any parameter except for we will add time slot ID equals time slot ID. Right. Okay, we create the appointment and exactly we have a time slot. So now let's create an appointment. What we need to remove the parent here because the parent will be a hidden field. So appointments create, actually some formatting things. Appointments create, we go to the blade here. So instead of parent ID here, we don't need that, it will come from session. So let's remove that. And the start time should actually contain the start time of the time slot. And let's take care of that. So appointments controller. In create thing, we don't need parents here anymore, but we need the time slot. Time slot, there's time slot find, request, we need the request here. So request input time slot ID. In real world, we should have some more validation here, but for simplicity, for demo, I will stick to that. So simple time slot, and start time will be time slot start time, the value, and here let's let's do the same thing as in the calendar. Let's put the Carbon instance here, and what we need here actually is end time to be start time plus 1 hour. So let's allocate 1 hour. So start time add hours, at hour I think it is. Yeah, and that's it. So instead of time slot, we will pick start time and end time. Okay, and in the view we will have start time to date time string, I think, and we will need end time to date time string. Let's see what we have. Errors, Carbon not found. How can Carbon? Oh, right, of course I've copied that here, but didn't use the Carbon actually. Good, so we have 10 and 10. Why I didn't add the hour and time, start time at hour. That's weird. Hours 1. I guess what we need here is copy that value. Yeah, I was right. So the original time is 9 and end time is 10. And let's actually create that appointment. In store method, we need to add, so data is request all, and then data parent ID equals auth ID, I think it is D. And then we create the appointment and redirect back to, I guess, the appointment list. That's good. Let's try that. So we create the appointment for 1 hour. Let's save. Parent ID field is required. All right, the request field here. We don't need parent ID now. Good, so now we have an appointment and we have some data tables error. Right, there's one field which is missing here. I'll take care of that later. But anyway, we have an appointment here. Actually, let's take care of that now. Appointments index. And we have show deleted. So what is missing here? Show deleted. All right, we don't need that field. Okay, so now should load without error. Good, so we have appointment for myself, for parent, and there is a calendar for all the appointments if we need that. Now again, in real world we will have much more validations, like is that appointment within that time slot, is it still available, all of that stuff. But basically we can add more appointments here, and that's the fundamental function in our project. So in this case, what I was trying to demo here is how can we use QuickAdminPanel to generate most of the code, and then on top of that we can, if you are a Laravel developer, you can add more code to customize basically anything you want, any fields, and then you can continue with your project. Now I'm not sure if I should continue here. To finish this project we will have to actually allocate another half an hour of video to make, as I said, more validations, email confirmations, email notifications, all of that stuff. I don't think it's needed for now, since the goal here was not to finish the final project. But I hope it was useful for you to see the demo, to see how it works, maybe catch some tips on Laravel. And yeah, see you in the next videos of Laravel Daily Channel.